to be honest. And my dream never came through. And which is always sad to me. I tell people all the time, I won 5 world titles. I'd give every single one of those world titles up to be a member of the Olympic team, let alone be a medalist on the Olympic team. And and as a coach, you want, what you really want your students to do is pass you up. You want them to have, do higher. And my coach has set a pretty high standard for me. My coach was 2-time world champion, world full contact karate champion, world kickboxing champion. I set the bar pretty high by winning all the titles that I have. But it's great to see that my athletes are passing me up. One of my best friends, Alex Andrade over there, he's started off being the only guy to ever talk to me in the boxing gyms. I was the only white guy in the boxing gym, and the only guy that would talk to me. Everybody else wouldn't talk to me. And then once he started talking to me, everyone thought I was an okay guy because Alex was so cool. And I became friends with everybody. But Alex has passed me up as an athlete, Wow. And he did it even when I was in my prime. A lot of guys are passing me up now that I'm older, but he passed me up in my prime, and then that was always a great accomplishment. And Audrey, she won the World Amateur Boxing Championship. She did so much better than me in boxing. It's crazy. Where's Audrey?
Audrey, yeah.
She's back over there. Yeah. The standard is very high. Obviously you're gonna pass up the champ. You gotta be a real champ. And Kennon has an opportunity to do something that I would only dream about doing, becoming an Olympian. And I've been riding her a great deal on this because I'm kind of living vicariously through her, and I kind of understand that. I always want backup. I want to make sure it's her dream, not just my dream for her. And because this is a sport that takes a lot out of you, and you've got to want to do it. You can't do it for somebody else. You got to want to do it yourself. And I'm just very proud of you. And I know the coach, I would take credit for everything you did, but I got to live with these guys. The 3 coaches here, I got to see them every day, so I wouldn't get away with it. So, I'm very, very proud of you and to be part of your life.
Yeah.
I don't know if you 3 guys want to say something. These guys stand up. These are the 3 guys here, Kendall, David, and Austin, who really did, in a 2-year period, did an amazing thing. Nobody does this well in 2 years in wrestling. It really is an amazing feat. So you guys are good hands here. Your coaching is absolutely essential to your success. Absolutely 100% essential to your success. And anybody in business will tell you very few people ever learn anything in business without having a business coach. Some mentor. And wrestling and any athletic, especially combat sports, it's very important to have them. And these are the guys that led away. So, you guys got anything to add, please feel free.
All right. Well, yeah, I'll try to keep this short too. But I've been around Kennon for 2 years, and like Coach Mesger said, 2 years, and for her to be one of 5 girls chosen out of the country right now to join this Olympic education program. 1, to start her degree program, to get her college degree, and 2, and I don't know how much more importantly, or if it's important as a degree, but she gets a chance to go and work with the Olympic Training Center with the best girls in the country.
It's much more important.
It's yeah, some of us think so. Cart before the horse. But no, I think it's an amazing thing that she, what she's getting ready to do is sign this contract to do this, and it's going to put her on a different and higher trajectory than she's been on up to this point. I'll tell you this, I really, I've been around her since she started and kind of got her into this wrestling thing to a degree, but man, I know without the guys in here that have worked with her, Dave Bertolino, Dave spends an incredible amount of time with her, and I see Dave's wrestling in her more so than my own wrestling. I think that he's really put in an incredible amount of time, and she, certainly deserves a big chunk of credit. Obviously Austin, I know Austin puts his, he wrestled at that other school in Oklahoma. so then you have to unwind what he teaches her. No, those Sooners are okay.
Thank you.
But and, you know, I tell you who really deserves a lot of credit, and I just can't say this enough, is Clinton Charlie. Who, man, what they've done is put out this platform for this girl to be really good at something, and offered her the best that is out there. And luckily, she loves it. She lives it and breathes it, and. So here they are. They have this opportunity, and I really feel like what my job is going to be for the next 4 years, looking towards Rio, is to help her believe that it's possible. Because you know what, somebody's going to go and make that Olympic team in 2016. Why not Kennon Henderson?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Awesome.
Do it. Yeah, okay, I'll say something.
Yeah. Well, you know, I guess we like a cowboy every once in a while. But I'll tell you what, Kennon, I came in here one day, and Guy and Audrey offered me just to teach a 30-minute intro class, and I saw Kennon and what I thought was her sister. To be honest, I was like, oh, cool, okay, let's teach them a move here. Showed her fireman's, and she was just got it better than anybody in the whole class. Like 2 tries, I was like, okay. You know, later I was approached to hang out and maybe do a little teaching. Maybe she was entertaining thoughts of starting collegiate wrestling, and it was great. You know, I've spent 2 weeks at a time with camps teaching kids, but I never got to spend that much time, and let alone a female, because it's just now really getting big, and especially here in Texas, it's really strong, girls wrestling, and it's an honor to have worked with her, because I take pride in my high school and what they taught me, and I was able to translate over the good thing my coach don't know. He might be a little mad if I was teaching the secrets, but and she picked it up so fast, and it's just awesome, and being around her family and how motivated she was, and I live a pretty busy lifestyle, and to make that time for her was so easy. It was a privilege for me.
Yeah!
I mean, she's like a sponge, like that can talk. She's like wants to know everything that you can possibly throw at her. She wants to learn it all right then on the spot, and it's an inspiration to me. She's taught a little bit more about myself, to be honest, and like helping me with my wrestling and stuff that I still want to carry on and do. And it's been an honor to hang out with you and your folks. You're just probably the nicest people in the world, and I would do anything for you and your family. And thank you to Mr. Mesger for having me come here. And without this gym, we would have never met, and maybe you would have never wrestled. And the last thing I got to say is, I really believe that you can be an Olympic champion. You came a long ways. I still give you a little BS here and there about you're still a little new in the sport, which you really are. But you're wrestling like more like a pro every day, and it's unbelievable. I can't wait to see what the future beholds. I know you'll do well.
So I guess I'll say something. I'm required to at this point. Yeah, like they said, I mean, Kennon, she's been awesome to work with. She like picking it up so fast. It's unreal. It's been awesome to kind of see how she's developed. And over just the year and a half that I've been working with her, I could just see it. That she's in love with the sport. She lives it, breathes it, and she reminds me so much of me. So, just, I wouldn't go that. Some would say, but I mean, she just loves it. They can't get enough of it, and at that age, that's the way I was, and I love that. It's easy to coach. I'm maybe not the coach that's going to harp down your throat and tell you got to run 1,000 sprints and do it harder. I just tell her what to do, and she respects me and what I've done, and trusts me that what I'm telling her is the right thing. She does it, and just to watch her from week to week progress. I know people have seen it in tournaments. Parents come up to her come up to me, come up to her parents, and just say, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, you know, this girl, to watch her get pinned and basically get scored on and demolished by a girl 1 week, and then the next week, you know, maybe only beat her by points, and then the next week she maybe loses by a point, and the next week she wins by a point, to within 6 to 8 weeks she's pinned this girl.
Yeah!
That doesn't happen, you know, like the way she's progressed. You know, and like I said, she's fun to coach, easy to coach, and she's by far the #1 recruit in the country, by far. I know she took 4th in the nation, but she's by far the #1 recruit in the country. And if a coach can't see that, then they're crazy, because to do what she's done, to be at the level she's at in 2 years, it's unheard of. So she really is, and I think the possibilities are endless. The Olympic Training Center, that's where I train, so it's going to be kind of cool. You know, I spent a year there. She's going to be right on complex, training in the same room that I bled and sweat and tears in that same room.
Not much bleeding.
And there's a little bit of fun, but I mean, to wrestle in the same room I did, to be around the same people, you know, it's going to be cool to share some of the stories and, you know, teach about some of the things I did when I was there. You know, it's honestly, it's the best place to train, not only in the U.S., but it's the best place to train in the world. Wow. I've been to some places, and so has Kendall. You know, I've been to Olympic training sites in other countries. Like our training facilities, I mean, if there's one place in the world that she needs to be to become the best in the world, it's there. You know, and she's got everything at her fingertips. Coaches, food, everything. And she definitely has the support from her family.
Yep.
A lot of coaches back here in Dallas. So just wish her the best.
Would you like to, please?
Come on, gotta come up front.
By the way, this is our wrestling coach in high school.
We're just fortunate enough to have Kennon come in this year, and I wish I could have met a lot of this support. Yeah, it's no surprise that Kennon's got a lot of praise today, but some of you said it, you know, Clinton, Charlie, what you've done, but all the support, you can see why she's come so far, is all this family that's here, and coaches that are family. So just to have her this year, like, just to, not to kind of reiterate everything you said, but just a great coachable kid that wants to learn, that you almost have to beg to stop, because she does so much. So, but just to see, I mean, Kennon, we're proud of you. We're going to be watching you. We're going to be in your corner, and seeing this corner now. I expect every one of these people here to be in Centennial's corner next year. We have another one still, but you know, it's obviously, you know, Kennon you've done tremendous things, but it's also, I mean, I hope you appreciate, and I know you do, but I hope you appreciate your parents, your family, and all these people, because these people, you can see the love and the support you have, and so I know they'll all still be there, and we're excited to see what you do in these next few years and beyond, so we're just proud of you.
Like I said, we're signing an opportunity here that's going to be like taken to a whole new level, you know, and one that at her age I would envy. At 44, I would like, gosh, she's awful tough to do this. All right, baby, whenever you're ready.
One.
Do that.
2, 3. Yeah! Speech. Come on, girlfriend. Let's go. Come on, stand up. We want to hear from you.
So I practiced this. I'm going to forget it all. y'all are all standing here watching me. But thank you everybody for coming. Y'all's support, love, and everything. It's really appreciated. Mom, Dad, y'all giving me the opportunities that not a lot of kids have, and I'm really, really, really grateful for that. Really grateful for that.
Yeah, Mom and Dad!
My Centennial coaches, Coach Eaton, Coach Kayado, I made the decision to change schools my senior year, and it's probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. Being coached under those two is just incredible. I started guys' kids program when I was 7
years old.
So 11 years ago, kind of a long time ago. And you know, I got to grow up under Mr. Mesger, Miss Drew, Mr. Matt, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Jackson, all of them. And I think that was a great learning opportunity, and it kind of shaped who I am today. And I'm really grateful to have that. And my coaches, Austin taught me my first stance and my first double leg 2 years ago. And I feel like we've come such a long way. And David has to be the best at everything, and that's rubbed off on me, and it's really inspirational. And then Kendall 2 years ago, when I started, a couple weeks after I started working with Austin, I went to Dallas Dynamite and broke my pinky. Kendall said it. I think that's why it's so ugly today. But I'm really grateful to these
You gotta have
three
a battle
guys.
scar, guys. It ain't wrestling without a battle scar.
So, all the Bertolino guys that are here at practice every Sunday, I love working with you guys. I'm gonna miss this class every Sunday. And I don't know where she is, but Hannah, I'm pretty
Yeah! Come on, Hannah, come on up.
my wrestling partner all year. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this, but I'm gonna miss her so much. And I can't wait to come back and see you in state. Do big things next year, because I know you're going to. And all my family that's here, all my friends, I love you guys. Y'all are the best.
By the way, in August, she's testing for her black belt. And you guys are all invited as long as you promise not to call Child Protective Services on us. Other than that, yeah. So that'll be another. It's a phenomenal experience. It's a life-changing experience. Something like this experience she's going to have for the next few years is going to be one of those experiences too.
Can we take questions from the audience?
Yeah.
So in the next 12 months, what's one of the most exciting, new venture, not losing any of your support team, hopefully gaining new, what's one of the most exciting things that you're fired up about, looking forward to the next 12 months of your life?
What I'm most excited about is being able to train with the girls that I'm getting to train with. I don't know if any of y'all know Kelsey Campbell, but I got to work with her last summer, had that opportunity, and she made the Olympic team a couple weeks ago, so that was really inspiring, and I'm really looking forward to being able to work alongside her at the training center.
Can you expound upon that? Because a lot of people were asking, because all I remember is your dad would come to work saying, sorry, I'm 30 minutes late, but we had all these Olympians, and he threw out a million names that are hanging out with Kennon, and they're our new best friends. I'm like really? So your experience this summer, can you expound upon that a little for all of us?
Kendall took me to Colorado Springs, the Olympic Training Center. It was for the working camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, the camp, and I got to meet some of the girls that are there and that are training, and got to meet the coaches. So that was a good opportunity, and I got to work with Kelsey Campbell, and that's who made the team a couple weeks ago.
So she's one of your buddies that was at the house, and she made the Olympic team in what weight class?
121.
Okay.
So 55 kilograms.
And how many people make it in that weight class?
Just one, and there's only 4 girls that make the team.
Okay. So she's one out of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty cool.
If I can say, what's really neat for her to be able to have that exposure to those girls, what I think that would be very, very helpful for her outside of just the technique and the training, but the mental aspect of seeing these girls make the team and seeing them win medals, it'll demystify that whole process for her, and it'll make it seem possible. And I think that's how it happens. You get in that environment, and you are just a product of your environment, and if she's in that environment, I'm telling you, she's going to do it. She's going to do it.
And I have a question for you. What do you think will be one of her biggest challenges, for the next 12 months? We just heard what she's most excited about. I wouldn't say challenge, but
Not bouncing up and down.
Yeah, one of her biggest challenges, you know what? Right here. I think that, but I believe that what she's doing by accepting this, going into this program, is, man, that's going to give her the confidence. She's going to see how it's done. And I know this. That's how it happened for me. Was I saw how it was done. I didn't invent the way to win. I just saw how others did it, and it made it possible for me. And I think that would be a huge, chance for her to demystify the whole process of making the Olympic team and winning. She'll see it. She'll see these girls do it, and she knows them, and so it's kind of makes it. Oh, I get it. I see how it's done. So I hope that what she does is she grows emotionally to the point to where she just goes in the next 4 years from now, and gives herself a chance to be on that team. And I think she gives herself a chance, she'll be there.
anybody else?
Rich, I know you gotta get going, because you have an appointment.
Yes.
7:30. You gotta get going. All right, I got it.
Can I ask just one last one, sir? You said that you were, we're not as familiar, you said that you had been in her shoes. Could you expound on that a little bit for all of us who don't know?
Yeah, well, I trained 2 years on the international circuit, so I was on my way to the 4-year cycle to train and compete at the Olympic trials that just took place 2 weeks ago. So I retired early due to some injuries and other things. So I fell a little short, but just I was on that circuit, doing what she's gonna be doing, traveling the world, being around other Olympians, being coached by Olympic champions and Olympians and world team members, and just being around that and in that environment. To me, that was a huge, that was a big goal in itself that I wanted to reach, was to be able to wrestle overseas and represent, my country, and I was able to do that, for 2 years, and I had an awesome time doing it. But
And they always say the Olympians, it's half of it's just the fun of the journey, and has it not been a great ride, huh?
Exactly. Even though I fell short of my goal of making the Olympic team and winning a medal, I'll never take that back. I got to do some amazing things, some experiences that you can't pay for. You couldn't buy the experiences that I got. So,
Now we got Kennon going.
Yes, Kennon! Dad, do you want to say anything? Glenn?
It's her day.
Charlie?
I think it